Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. I'm heading over to a car meet that is hosted by VHP Performance. So there's a lot of like olden type of cars, classic cars. I love it. And my car is... Please pop my car. It's gonna be there somewhere. The color on this Mustang is nice. I don't know, I love this color. Thinking of wrapping the Mustang this color. So yeah, that's a wrap. It's a lot of cars. People are going away now. Oh damn! What is this? What is that? All these old American cars, and then all you see is this fucking Tesla. Okay, guys. So today we're gonna try to put on these new spark plugs that I ordered. These are the NGK ones. The Iridium and the OD pre-gapped. So I don't want to go through the hustle of gapping them. Paid maybe $10 extra just to get them pre-gapped, which is alright because I don't have the tools to gap them anyways. But now I'm gonna go put it in this car. Haven't driven this car in a while. So first things first, obviously I don't have a cover on, but we're gonna try to take these clips off and 4 right there. So what you're gonna do is first you're gonna push this part off, and it just takes out that part. And to take the whole clip off, you're just gonna reach from the bottom, and there'll be this lever. Push the lever down, it comes out. So this blue part needs to be out of it, so this coil pack can come out, and underneath this is a spark plug. So it's going to repeat the process with this one, this one's already done, but this one and this one. So next what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 bolts out, and there's another bolt on this one and on that coil, but in order to get to this part we actually have to take this covering or whatever it is off. And the way I'm gonna get underneath there is I'm gonna use a flathead screwdriver, just like this. Pop it off. There we go. And there's a bolt right there. And it's the same thing on the back too. On the 4th coil, I'm gonna use the same thing. Flathead screwdriver, take it off. Take these out and remove the coil. Put a longer one, the smaller one didn't fit. That's what she said. So the coils that are sitting on top of the spark plugs are pretty easy to take. You just gotta yank it out. Boop. There we go. I like putting on this right next to it, like making it sit like that so that I don't forget what coil it is and where it goes. It doesn't really necessarily matter, but this is what I like to do. Actually, don't yank it out. Just remove them carefully. They usually just pop out if you just like put a little pressure on it and just remove it pretty peacefully. Don't break the coils. These are actually pretty expensive. When I was looking at them to replace these, it was about over $100 per coil. All 4 of them, break them. That's like over close to $500. Next, get a 5/8. This is for take these spark plugs out. Okay, so I tried to put an extension on the socket, but 5/8 one was still not working. This is not deep enough. That's what she said. I mean, it is deep enough, but this thing gets on in the way. What I needed to get is something that's straight, and I can just put it in and just turn the straight thing. Spark plug socket extension or something, but let me do some research and try to find something that could work for that. But yeah, as I mentioned on my previous video that I was gonna change the spark plugs, but I never got the chance to. This car blew up, the motor blew up around 32,000 miles. Right now it's sitting on 60,000 miles, so that's roughly about 30,000 miles that the spark plug that's been sitting on from Ford when they replaced the motor and they put new spark plugs in there. Well, hopefully they did. I was eventually gonna change it to NGK Spark Plugs. Since I already got new spark plugs, I was waiting until I modified the car. So I'm not fully sure if this mod improves the performance of the Ecoboost. There have been claims online where people have tested the NGK ones and did a quicker pass on the quarter mile with them. But I'm not fully sure. I personally think it's more efficiency than shaving off like 0.1 seconds on the quarter mile. But obviously it's always good to have good spark plugs on your car. It's not good to have cheap spark plugs, and you just don't know what Ford puts on these from the factory. Quickly ran to AutoZone to grab this socket thing where it can move, and there's this long ass extension on it. As I was going to AutoZone, I just put the coils back like into the hole so that there's no dust contaminants that go into small ass hole there where the spark plug is. So yeah, now I'm just gonna pull it back out. Yeah, the spark plug needed to be changed ASAP, and goddamn Ford tightened it so hard that I had to use a breaker bar to unscrew it. And if you guys notice from the clips, from the clip before that the spark plug was actually squeaking, meaning that it was actually really tight. That it's not supposed to be like that, because it could actually cause indents inside of that hole that you guys saw the spark plug was in. But this thing is absolutely toasted. It looks old, needed to be replaced, and I'm happy that I'm doing it. So I'm actually struggling with my breaker bar. I don't know how hard they had it inside there, but this thing can't even pull it out, and I just have to push hella hard. I'm actually kind of scared that I'm gonna break the spark plug in that hole. My third spark plug is done, so legit, it's done. Look how fucking dark that is and how burnt that is, bruh. This one wasn't actually bad. This was the fourth. This was the fourth one I just took out. Came off easy, but this one was the hardest, and this one was giving me hella pain. Okay, so the next thing what we're gonna do is, it already has a magnet in there, so you can just push it in, or just stay in place, and you can just drop it in like that and just hand tight it first. And once it fully locks in, so like this, it's tight now, so you can just pull it out. Back to the 4 spark plugs and just tighten it with this wrench instead of the braking bar. Yeah, but don't tighten it too much. I just tightened it a little by little, and there we go. Last hole there, and that's it. So now all I'm gonna do is put the coil packs back in how they were, and we're gonna reconnect the clips again, and we're gonna screw the bolts again, and pretty much we're done. Just start up the car. Sounds good. No check engine light. I know I have to drive with it for a while, but at the moment, no check engine light, no nothing. I think it sits pretty well, the spark plugs. So one good thing about these spark plugs are that you don't need a tune for them, so you can just run it onto your car, and your warranty doesn't get voided, because the ECU doesn't get effed with, or like you don't really touch the ECU. The car is more efficient with just a cheap mod, so I do recommend it to everybody. And just a quick little trip to Lake Tahoe, you know, with the family. Bro, my sister's car, you know.